fire. I'm losing ground, and in the flashing, my world comes crashing down. I'm left in nowhere, no place to hide. Out in the open, like ashes in the sky. I quit the illusion, and in the shadows I will find that I'm indestructible, like a phoenix about to rise, like the dark before the dawn.
Ooh, nice kill.
Nice job.
Oh my
That is a
god.
double kill here. Oh, triple by Krifax there. Wow. That is
And he just keeps going. Good job, Imperial. They have woken up here. Takes out this bomb beacon, gets the kill.
Hello, good evening everyone. Welcome back to the BFNations stream. My name is Lawrence and I'm from the broadcasting team. Today my co-commentator will be Chaos, the Great One. Hello Chaos, good evening.
Hello Lawrence. And hello Twitch.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. We just got our division trailer finally uploaded to the YouTube and actually announced the divisions, so I'm pretty in the high mood, so to say, at this point.
Yeah, it looks just announced an hour ago. It looks very nice. I'm looking forward to it. For those who don't know what Incursions is, or like aren't really familiar, it's a new game mode from Battlefield 1. It's 5v5. Tend to be competitive with the tank, and it's very entertaining. And let's hope you guys also find it very entertaining. Yeah. How is everything else? Like, how is the game? Are you almost in the game?
Yeah, I actually just joined the lobby and we're waiting for the players to join in. And yeah, so today we're not playing divisions yet since we just announced it, but we're playing actually Incursions though. So Austria facing France in an international friendly match. And we'll be starting off with the actual Incursions game mode on the Giant Shadow Redux. And after that we'll be playing the King of the Hill game mode on the Sinai Desert Redux map. So that's pretty much the lineup for today. And since there will be 2 maps on the run for today's match, it's a highly likely that the outcome could be a draw. So remember to bet your battle cards on the team that you think to win, or for the draw if you think that's going to be happening.
Yeah, it's interesting to see King of the Hill. I've played only 2 matches though, and haven't really played Sinai since the most obvious choice is Giants. It's just a very fun map, but also Amiens. But since there are the bugs on Amiens where you can only capture the first point or something, I think Sinai is a good choice for everyone.
Yeah.
Have you played any Incursions yet, Chaos?
Yes, I've definitely played through all of the maps to see how they work out, and a few of them twice or 3 times to basically get the most hang of it, how the actual game modes actually work out, of course. And yeah, out of that I've also spectated, well, about almost 10 matches at this point, I would say. So yeah, I think I'm pretty comfortable saying that I'm somewhat in the game mode itself.
10 matches, and Incursions has only been out for, what, almost 2 weeks now? I'm not sure.
Yeah, well, I'm not counting matches as in also joining into a public server just to see how it goes.
Okay.
I need to be doing some testing that way too. And it's actually quite nice that you actually are able to join some random games quite easily there to spectate.
Yeah, it's very easy. You just go to the spectate tab and just press like the play button. It's very easy compared to the normal Battlefield. Hello guys, good evening, Pepsi.
So we're about to actually start the round here. First one on the Giant Shadow. We're about to get to the part for the teams to do their blind draw for their kits. And we'll be, unfortunately, at the current state of spectating, we are not able to do that draft process at all, or we're able to see really much how's going on. But
that's unfortunate. That would have been nice to see, like, what tactic they may go for. Since with these kits, I think it's very interesting since you have a lot of these kits are very useful. Like, you can have the tanker, but you can also have no tanker in your team, like go all infantry, or have no medic, or have no like shock assault or something. There's a lot of possibilities and a lot of tactics you can try. So I think these kits are very interesting. They're all, my personal opinion, I think most of them are pretty balanced and are like, there's only one that can actually do damage in one particular section. Like, that's what I think is good. But on the other hand, I don't think a tank in a competitive game mode isn't that like interesting. So that's just my opinion. I don't know what you think about it, Chaos.
Yeah, well, it's an interesting choice for DICE to bring the tank into the gameplay, but at the same time, I don't really think it's too overpowered in this game mode. Since there's definitely classes enough for the soldiers to pick out of that can do damage against the tank. And again, that the other, or there's the two different classes or kits for you to choose for the tanker class, and only one of those actually give you the repair tool. So that's at the same time, I think it limits quite a lot which kit most people will be picking, but at the other time, you're not able to repair the tank from inside of it. So that really, those combined, I don't think really makes it any OP to have, so to say.
Yeah, I can totally agree. Like with the tank, I like it that you don't have like the inside the tank repairing or something, which totally wasn't team playing at all. And now you have to communicate with your infantry players to say like, oh guys, I'm going to repair now. Because if the tanker dies, like the guy that is the tanker, the tank also gets destroyed. So that's, yeah, you cannot spawn on the teammate to get back to that tank. It's just destroyed. So I think that's very, very interesting though. And also, like you said, there's a lot of high explosive like grenades or just mortars as well. Mortars are very useful. I don't know if you have seen any gameplay with that being used, but it's just to drive the other tank back, and it's very interesting to see like those kits being used, since you don't see that in a normal Battlefield T5 DOM or T8 frontlines.
Yeah, and it seems like we're on the early access technically for the Incursions, and it seems like the private match failed to start there. So that's a good way to start the stream, isn't it?
That is very good. So you have to go again through the invites and stuff, or are you still in the game?
Indeed.
Oh, that's gonna take another 5 minutes or so.
Hopefully not that long.
No, hopefully not. But yeah, how is everything else, Chaos? Anything happened in real life you want to share with us?
I don't think so, no.
No.
Nothing too interesting going on in my life.
A lot of technical stuff doing and stuff.
Indeed.
Alright. And I hope everyone is going to enjoy their holidays. Like the 1st of May, I think everyone has a holiday then. Some people already have a holiday today. So that's a 5-day weekend for some people. And I think people need it, even though like for some people 2 weeks ago was a vacation of 2 weeks already. They must be lucky.
Indeed. So yeah, we definitely will be having that holiday here too. And I have no plans for it, so I don't know. Will I be here playing games or what? But we'll see.
We'll see, indeed. Have you heard of the Battlefield 2018 trailer? They said it was coming at the end of April. Have you got any other insight on this?
I personally have not been following that much as keenly as this Incursions, for example, but I would personally just question, have DICE or EA actually said that they'll be announcing that trailer at that time? I don't know. if they have said that, then I'm not surprised even if it would have been delayed. But
Yeah, I think I heard it from the Twitter, or saw it on the Twitter, or something on the Twitch of a DICE employee or something. But I'm not. I don't want to confirm this. Maybe it's false. Maybe it was a joke.
you
But
never know nowadays what is leak and what is true.
Yeah, indeed. I don't know what is been lying to me. But I just checked yesterday when the Battlefield 1 trailer was, and it was on the 4th of May or something. So if they're going to do like the same kind of trailer time, it would be next week. So let's hope it is, and I'm very, very hyped for this next Battlefield. What do you think it is, Chaos? What time setting? Or what do you want it to be?
I don't really know what I would want it to be, or I don't know what it would or will be, though. I don't know. I personally did like the World War I historical aspect on this game, but I don't know. Me personally, I don't really like the theme of the Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4 compared to, for example, this one or 1944 Battlefield. But it's not only about the team, if the game itself will be good or not. And seems like we might have gotten stuck again on the loading screen for this match. We'll see if we'll be getting any match today at all. Will it be just you and me talking here?
Yeah, there's also been some problems on the main game of Battlefield with the servers. Like, you couldn't put a password on the server, so whenever you were playing like a T5 or T8, just random guys would join your game. Like, not ruin it, but like, there's always has to be one that kicks these guys. That guy is like out of the game for like a minute maybe sometimes, because the menus on Battlefield 1 they can be kind of slow. So, but I haven't heard anything of the incursions that is something wrong, so that's new.
Yeah, so that was definitely an interesting issue with the vanilla Battlefield servers, was the one that the passwords didn't work at all. So those must have been interesting closed private games that they've been playing, and they'll be needing to kick out random people out of it every 1 minute or so. So
yeah. Oh, yeah, indeed. Oh. Okay, but as we are here, we can maybe talk about the kits, Chaos. You said we were not going to talk about it, but here we are, waiting for a game.
Yeah, there's the two different squad leaders kits, and first one is the control leader, and the next one would be the raid leader. And I personally think that the second one would be the most useful to use. I mean, SMLE as a primary weapon might not be the best one in a 5v5 kind of a game mode, but at the same time, the strength of this class is that you are able to spawn on this squad leader almost all of the time. It doesn't need to be placing a squad spawn beacon or anything.
I just want to say something about it. The control leader, the control leader also has another primary gun, which is the auto-loading factory. So that makes this class more interesting. You can take the factory or the marksman. So you have to add it to this kits to make it more like every class has two kits. So, but the main choice for people for a raid leader or control leader, I don't know. I think the raid leader is very good for like when you're flanking or something. Like you can put up squad beacons for everyone to spawn on the flanks. But the control leader is also very good if you're just staying back because of the auto-loading factory.
Indeed. We actually have the round started now, so...
Yes! Third time this is the charm.
Indeed. So yeah, we have Austria on the blue side at the moment, and France on the red. And again, on this specific game mode, we'll be playing, well, basically gain tickets out of capturing the flag, getting kills, destroying the tank, or squad wiping the enemy. And after you get 10 tickets for a team, then you will be getting a point. And the team with most points will be winning the game or the round itself. And we'll be playing until either of the teams reach 8 points or both teams reach 7.
Yes, indeed. The first round lasts for 7 rounds. Sorry, it's 14 rounds in total you can play, and the first round is 7. So imagine if Austria gets 7 points, they only need 1 more point from the second half of the game to win the game. Because if they got 8, they win the game. Yeah, we see this is a very interesting chaos. I don't have any sound. Don't know if you changed something.
You're saying that you're not getting sounds through the Skype?
No.
Yeah, I think that's the case how it should be going at the moment, yes.
Oh, okay. Well, it's been a while since I've commentated, so...
Indeed.
Okay, so we see France has almost squad wiped Austria. There's only one more guy, the proximity recon. So they cannot spawn on anyone else but the raid leader. And since their raid leader is Octopus Sky, they can only spawn on him. What is he? Oh, he has the river rolls. Nice. We saw that Austria had like a 6-1 lead in the beginning, but now France has really pushed up, and it's now 8 versus 8. So the first point is already getting close. It's already a close game.
Yes, and actually France just took their first point right there, so they definitely took the flag over quite nicely.
Yeah, that was very close because Austria had a double kill, like second after. We see Rezul Omai trying to get a hit on the tank, which is already 50 damage.
I think he'll just be spotting it all the time constantly for his teammate to be able to know where he is actually going. Yeah, it seems like France lost the control of the flag after the point, and we'll see if they'll be able to push to it again.
Yeah, indeed, and I see you can still bet on the team you want to win. So you can bet for France, or you can bet for Austria.
Or
How
draw.
do you bet? Or a draw, indeed. A draw is also possible. How do you bet? You type exclamation mark and bet space, and then the team you want to bet on, and then the amount of credits. I'm gonna check how many credits I have. Just a second. 59. Not a lot. Okay, let's see how it goes with the game. We see
Actually,
Austria is really getting this point now.
I hope that you all got your bets in, because it just closed. So...
Oh, really?
Yes.
Never mind, guys. Okay, we see
So yeah,
it's
but
1-1.
Austria take the point, yes.
Yes, indeed.
But again, France in the control of the flag.
And I don't see a tank on the Austria side. I think he just died, or he died the last point.
I'm not going to be sure if I've seen a Austrian tank at all in this one. Or if I have, then I've totally missed it, but...
I think Peningro is the tank. Not quite sure, but I think he is. Is he?
This doesn't seem to be a tanker class, no. So Austria definitely is running without a tanker or vehicle operator in their lineup for today's round.
Yeah, this is what we talked about, like what we said in the beginning of the stream. You can have a lot of possible strategies without a tank or without a medic. We see Austria took the proximity recon instead of the tank, which is also a very nice class with the MP18 trench. I don't know what other things he has. He has like a decoy, which lets you cap the flag faster if you stand in it, and some other things. I don't know out of the top of my head.
So
this
France took the second point there, right?
and I think there's 3 flags, but I think I have never seen anyone push to the opposing flag yet.
I've definitely seen it happen, but I think I've never personally seen any team to actually take the enemy's flag, so to say. So they usually go and challenge it a bit, but never seem to be able to actually capture it. And at that point, if they would be doing, they would be getting twice the tickets for the whenever they would be having the flag on their position.
Yeah. That would be insane if that happens in a comp game. That's just spawn trapping to the max. Okay, we see Austria at the moment trying to defend the point, but you see France pushes with their tank, and that's very important. That's why the tank is so useful in this mode, because the tank can take some hits. Oh, and just as I say that, he pushes back. Oh, they're getting overrun by people from Austria.
So again, game tied, and I think the final ticket there for Austria was from the actual flag, if I saw correctly. But yeah, so it has been almost 8 minutes of this first round, and it's still tied.
We see Austria players really spread out on the battlefield at the moment. Only 1 on the flag and 2 guys in their spawn. That's a nice kill. Oh, he just got taken down though. That was a nice kill. We see Rising pushing with the raid leader. Oh, nice, man. That was very nice. Now he puts some squad beacons. Yes, that's good. He can spawn on him and try to take the flag.
Yeah, he's definitely working as a good example as the squad leader for his team here, taking the kills, at least 2, at least in this specific one, but now the kill streak has been ended.
We got a triple kill from Octave with Sky? What? Or was it the split one? Even though there was 3 guys that he killed, so that's interesting. That was a good play then.
Indeed. And Austria did get their 3rd point, so they took the lead. Well,
Did I just see? Yeah, AB is without a tank, so now it's pretty even. No tank for either team. So Austria definitely has the advantage at this point, since it's 4v5.
Yeah, the France team seems to be relatively far from the flag at this point. I think they'll be regrouping for their next attack here, if they will be just able to do that. At the moment, only one of them alive, Clay's here. He's playing as one of the assault soldiers, so he's not really able to bring his teammates in, but we'll see if he'll be able to do something.
No, he has to wait. He has to wait. That's the problem. He pushes alone, and well, 1v5. The chance of you getting a 5-piece are so slim that it's just better to wait for the rest of your team to get there.
Yeah, this is definitely the game mode where you need to be aware where your teammates are in order to really calculate if it's any point for you to push at this point, or should you still be waiting for it. And we'll see. Maya actually using the smoke for the revive, yeah.
That's the...
Just
you
noticed.
Get killed by a limpid. Baited.
Indeed.
No, but we see the revives. Yeah, the revives are so important in this game. And even with the medic perk, where you get a smoke, even though you might not get the revive, but like if you just put the smoke on the dead body, it says something that you're close or that you're maybe coming for the revive. So they have to be alert for anything. So that's what I think. That's very, very nice and very important, and that's the driver being annoying. If you heard it.
So France managed to actually, I'm not too sure if it was an actual squad wipe there for any second, but they did manage to flank or all of the Austrians out of the flag, so they are now in the possession of the flag and about to get the third point in this set.
So there's only one more point if they take it now. There's only one more point in this half, and then they will switch sides. Oh,
Yes.
no, it's already. I thought it was at 7.
This was the 7th point.
Oh, there was a
or
7th? Oh,
set,
sorry.
so to say. Yeah, as we could
math
see there,
tells me.
Austria actually was doing that regrouping thing there, what we were talking about earlier there. So
Yeah.
they were waiting for that set to actually finish and regroup and then make for the push, but unfortunately the halftime happened and they weren't able to work out anything out of it. But yeah, so halftime here.
They hadn't really had a choice. If he had pushed, the game would have just been over earlier.
Indeed.
So, and if he just waited, it just happened. But we see it's very even. So even though Austria got like 3 points after each other, that was after a good wipe. So when you have control of the flag, I think it's very, very important to like keep hold of the flag, since that gives you an extra point every, you know how many seconds, Chaos? 20 maybe?
I do not know, unfortunately, the exact number for it, but that is really close estimate, that 20 seconds, I would say. And yeah, so at the halftime the teams will be switching the sides and, well, the colors will be staying still the same. That's actually nice that the DICE implemented it this way, but yeah, the actual spawning size will be changing.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of like possible spawnings as well. When you spawn at the top, some of the guys on the blue team, I don't know, I think it's Austria at this point. Yes, Austria. They can see the guy spawning at the barn like immediately. So that's something good for if you have like a long range guy. It's like where Ragnar Rook. Wow, the pronunciation was awful. But well, where he spawns, he can see the enemies already if they spawn at the barn over at the top. So
I was looking there for a second, where's the last 2 players for the Austrian side, but they're making a quite far left flank here on their side.
this is very good. But the tank is coming to the right or the left flank from this side. And
Yeah,
we
it
see the
seems
mortar
like
being used.
he has not spotted the enemy right next to him, and yeah, it's the squad leader right here, Octopus
Yeah,
Guy,
yes,
so he's able to be making some quite good spawns there on the behind enemy lines.
Unfortunately, Austria is so good that they don't die. So for once, for once they have to die, but they don't. You see, oh, finally one died, but we see a mortar killed. Oh, that's very interesting. That doesn't happen a lot.
Yeah, so Piastra. No, what? Adastra.
Yes.
That is the correct one.
Adastra. Yeah.
So he was using the mortar there to cover the flag a bit and managed to get a kill with it indeed.
Oh, and I think I butchered it at the beginning. I said it was the proximity recon, but it's not. It's the LMG guy. That's why he has has a mortar. They look so similar. It's insane.
Yeah, I still struggle a bit with the specific kit icons here to remember which one is actually which one, but
indeed, me too. They just look so similar, so it's hard to see it.
so it was Austria quite close to get the first point as the second half, but they unfortunately lost the possession of the flag, and France is taking it now, and they look really strong to be tying up the scoreboard in a few seconds here.
Yeah, we see France really doing a great job with the kills, getting wipe almost. We see France took the point and it's now all even again, 4-4. So it's really an interesting game. The first to get to 8 wins, but if they both get 7, it's a draw.
Indeed.
So, as we said in the beginning, the chances of getting a draw are most likely, since both teams are very good and know what they're doing. Or let's hope they know what they're doing. But yeah, we see a push or a try of a push by Rizul Obamay or Obamay.
There we go with
Yes,
the mortar
Obamay.
again.
Yeah, the mortar is very good to push back the tank. Since that so far no one can spot it or like shoot it.
So yeah, that's definitely a good usage of the mortar there to push the tank out of the flag and then make the push with your infantry.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. And we see the flanks of the France team. Where's the map? There it is. The flank didn't work. We have still one more guy. Rising, the squad leader, is in the Austrian spawn. So if he puts down some beacons, or he has put down 2 in their building. So now the flag is already being overrun by France players again because of the spawn beacons.
Yeah, so they took their point and gets the lead on the next set, also by holding the flag.
Yeah, and we see already them pushing, but as we said, they aren't pushing together. It's always 2v4 or something, and they're never going to win it. The raid leader had better stayed back because 2 of the Austrian guys hadn't spawned in yet. So he should have put down some spawn beacons to get them closer to the actual battle.
So yeah, it has been basically in all of the matches that I've seen on this specific map. It seems like that the side that France is currently playing, they seem to have the advantage, or they tend to win most of the sets from that side, whatever the team is playing there. So I don't know. Of course, the maps are a bit well, they aren't symmetrical, so to say. So there's definitely could be some advantage on the other side compared to the other. And that's just my observation, and I don't know if that would be true, but at the moment France is definitely living up to it.
Yeah, I've heard that a lot too. Whenever we're playing that side, like, we get the good side now. That's what they say. So I think there's definitely a better side to this game, and I think there is a bit of a disadvantage to the other teams, since they don't have the better, like, the same side, and chances, if like, for example, France gets the A side first, they can maybe go for a 7-0, you know. So that's something the Battlefield guys maybe need to look into to make it equal, you know. Since I've also noticed that the guys that are spawn in A always get the advantage in the beginning, since they're earlier on the flag, and they got a height advantage, like a little height advantage. So
Dude, so it's interesting place to place Hisoka, who is actually using the trench shirts in class for the France team. So the only medic to be camping on the rooftop, and there he actually died when he went for the revive, so I don't know if that would... I personally would be placing a medic all the way up there, but at the same time, they definitely would have the gun to be on there, so I don't know.
that's true. we see Austria making a comeback, 5-6, getting 4 kills in the last like 10 seconds or 20 seconds. But as you see, Rising is putting down spawn beacons on the right flank from this point of view. So I bet France will be flanking from their spawn. And as I said that, they're doing so. They were doing so.
So it seems like any France player at the moment who gets even close to the flag is getting killed, and Hisoka only one live there at the moment, even close to the flag, may be able to get a revive here, or misses.
I think I know it's the bug. It's the bug. I haven't to. It's like when he dies in front of the sandbags, but like being diced, it lands in the sandbag and you cannot revive him. Happens so many times.
Unfortunate for France, they're not being able to take the revive there, and it seems to be an easy point for Austria tying the game at this point of the second half of the round. Of course, it's still possible for France to come up with this set, and we'll see if they'll be able to pull it.
Yeah, indeed, it's very close. Austria only needs 1 more kills, and there we go.
Yeah, it was the Ragnarok, however you pronounce that.
See Ragnarok, I think it is Ragnarok or something. But we see the France tank is has been destroyed. Oh, he's been revived. Oh, that's clutch. He was dead, but IA's Hisoka revived him, so he could repair the tank. So yeah, that's and I see EA never lies. I love how no one wears their tags in game. You love that too.
There is in total 3 players wearing their correct tags for the nation. 2 players for the France.
4.
And,
yeah.
Oh, actually, yeah, 4.
Yes,
yes, there is 4 players indeed. So 2 players from both sides wearing the, so to say, correct clan tags, but I think one of the downsides with Incursions at the moment is that I'm not too sure, but I don't think it has the platoon menu available at all in the actual application, so you're not able to switch it on the Incursions game itself, I think.
No, you have to, when you want to switch platoons, you always have to go to the main game, and there you have to switch.
So yeah. France now the match point. They have 7, and they are in the lead with the final set.
And they got the points. So, and they still got the tank. So I think France will win this round, this map, sorry. Unless Austria does something amazing. Gets like a squad wipe and a triple kill.
The problem for Austria is now that they don't have anyone on the flag, and they don't have spawns.
Yeah,
so
their raid leader was also dead.
Yep.
So yeah.
That was it. Okay. So France took the first match.
It was very close. It was very close. It was a good first game. 8 versus 6 or 6 versus 8 for France. So as we see with the sets, we see France really dominated in the second half, getting 6 out of the 8. Is it 6? No, 5. Am I counting correctly?
Man, they got 5 out of the last.
Yeah, they got
half.
5. Yeah, wow.
So we started the second half with Austria in the lead, 4-3, but France definitely did come back with the 5-2, so to say, for the final or the second half of the match. So yeah, so based on those results again, we could say that there's definitely a difference on how the teams perform based on which side they're playing, but I don't know.
I think whenever we said, whenever you spawn on A, Austria was 4-3 on that side, and France was 5-2 on that side. So both of the teams were winning on the the good side, if we may say so. So I think that says something, you know. I think that plays parts in the rounds. And as we see the scoreboard here, we see some good scores, and we see very high. Oh, the raid leader, 26 kills with the raid leader.
Yep, indeed. Definitely showing for the rest of his squad how they lead it with those kills. But yeah, and well, none of the Austrian players actually reached 20 kills on their side, so
Excuse me.
based on also the kill death ratios here and the 1v1 situation, so say France was in the lead based on those also, but definitely I would still call it a close match anyway.
Yeah, but like the raid leader, when he got so many kills, he's a bit reliable. So if he doesn't win that like 1v1, he's dead. No one can spawn him. But I guess he won a lot of those gun battles, gun fights, and then he put down the spawn beacons. So, but if he loses them, he like the guys in this team cannot spawn on him, so they have to run all the way from their spawn, which are cost like seconds they could use to cap the flag or something. So being aggressive with the raid leader or the control leader is not that ideal, but the river rolls is very good. So I can see why they do it.
Indeed. And the next map what we'll be playing should be Sinai Desert and the King of the Hill game mode. Just to remind you again, this game mode works a bit differently, so there's actually again a flag in the middle that both teams are able to capture, and you gain tickets only by holding the flags or the flag as in a specific time. So basically you need to be on the flag on that specific time when it happens and you get a ticket. And if you get 10 tickets, then you'll be winning that sector. And after sector, we move to the next one. And
Yep.
we'll continue doing that for all 3 sectors, and then it's the halftime, switch sides, and do it all over again.
Yeah, I think I didn't like this map at first, but as soon as like the first week was over, I think Sinai became one of my favorite maps for some reason. But I still don't like the idea of like having 3 sectors, and whenever one sector is done, that it like you have to respawn to get to the next sector. That's something I don't like. I really want like a fluent game, like one motion and not like like 2 stops in between.
So yeah, this is definitely closer to a game mode that you could be referring as having a... this is definitely not true, but this game mode is definitely closer to being that type of a game mode where you technically would have only 1 life per each round. But of course that's technically not true, but it's closer to those kind of game modes than any of the other
True.
Incursions.
That's true. It's like you only got 1 shot. Don't miss your chance to blow. This opportunity doesn't last a lifetime, yo. Huh?
Indeed.
Eminem. Okay.
So, I think in this specific game mode we will be seeing more, or should be seeing more of those synchronized pushes to the flag by each team whenever they're not in the possession of it, and when they are in it, then it's just holding the flag and see if they'll be able to actually keep that push from happening.
Yeah, I think also the tank in this game mode plays a huge part in if you're winning or not. If your tanker is standing on the correct position, he can hold the spawn pushes, and like the general areas the infantry cannot hold. So having a good tanker is always very nice. Definitely on this map. Definitely. Also, having a control leader is also very nice, since the map is very open. There aren't a lot of like hiding spots, even though you have like the rocks. But in hiding spots, I mean like sitting in corners. So you have a lot of ways to flank around to the objective. So that's also one thing I like about Sinai, and that's what I dislike about Amiens. Since on Amiens you only got like 3 entry points, and well, there's not a lot of room to improvise with a push or something.
Alright.
So
I think we just switched the map, so we are actually going to be playing the Amiens and squad
really?
breakthrough game mode. Yes, so well, I don't know what's the reason for this change, but it seems to be that that's what we'll be doing with this match. So we won't be playing
very
Sinai,
well
unfortunately.
communicated. Unfortunately, let's hope we don't have the bug.
Yeah, let's hope that. Although if it comes to that, we'll definitely be having it. But yeah, so
That's
the
very
squad
well
breakthrough works a bit different than the King of the Hill. So the best way to describe the squad breakthrough game mode is to refer it as operations. So there's technically one map for the attackers to the capture, and they have tickets as their and time limit to capture it. And each time that they die, they lose a ticket. And defenders try to make that not happen.
You could compare it to a front lines.
I think operations is a bit closer as a reference, but Frontlines isn't far off either.
Yeah, I would say that it's both kind of the same. Like you got a ticket count, and if you don't get the ticket count, you get pushed back, or in this case, you lose. Yeah, okay. I see why you say operations.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. Yes, we're gonna see the improvising of Amiens, having the 3 main entrances. Yeah.
So I think they were originally planned to use the Amiens as the second map, but they switched it at some point for King of the Hills because of the Amiens glitch. But I don't know what's the reason now though for the change for the going back to the Amiens. So I don't know.
Oh, maybe because Austria doesn't have a tanker.
I don't know. Could be possible indeed.
I don't know either. Let's check if they put something on Discord, but I doubt it.
But that, about the glitch that is in this game mode, does it only happen on the second half if the previous attacker team got all 3 points, or is it?
No, it happens on the second half. Like generally, when I get it, it happens on the second half when the first half is already played. It doesn't matter if they get 3 points, 2 points, or even 1 point, or even 0. That doesn't matter. But yeah, sometimes when they get 1, when they only get the A point, and we get the A and B, the A point and the B point, sometimes it stops, but sometimes we have to get the 3 points to win, even though that's not very logical if you already got the B point and are further than the other team.
EA never lies, says in the chat. What a fantastic stream. Well, thank you. I don't know if that's ironic or not, but thank you anyway.
Who is that, to be honest, if I may ask? It's a moderator.
Sure. Yeah, it's the Lamperonera from our Discord.
Is it Lamp?
Yes, it's Lamp.
Okay.
Always to brighten up our day.
EA never lies. That's an interesting name. I wouldn't say that's true, but okay, let's focus on the game. We see, so Austria is defending the first sector, and we see France trying to flank around because this guy is... Ooh, that's a nice kill from iClays. This guy was waiting for him, but he still got the drop on him.
So yeah, France is definitely doing 3 different ways to approach the flag simultaneously. Well, the
Seems- yeah.
one guy flanked it was wiped out of there, but the other two ways did manage to get some people into the flag, and they're actually capturing it at the moment.
But the Ningro took 2 of them out behind the building, so now it's the tank and a ice Hisoka in a building. And that's the only guy left, so
Yeah, he faced 3 guys there on his own, so that seemed like
no
a fight
chance.
he won't be winning at all. And yeah, France will be getting some more speed all the way back from their base. We'll see
they
how
will
their
have
second
another
attack goes.
attack. Yeah. Second chance. I think they will be doing the same. The guy on A shop already spotted him, so he's going to encounter him earlier. Let's see what happens. Will he get him? All the mats and stuff? I don't think.
Ooh. That was the fight between the Madsen and the bar, and this time Madsen takes the win.
Yeah, I think Iclays heard something on his left, that's why he looked over there. That's unfortunate though.
Yes, he did look a different direction at the point when the attack actually happened, so unfortunate, definitely.
And we see Peningro is almost taking out the tank. I think it only had like 10 HP left, but it's now getting repaired, so... Nerf says, I thought Peningro was supposed to be a top tier. What happened? Well, I don't know. You should ask him yourself. I haven't heard that before, so can't say anything.
So it seems like the France tank is actually making the push for the flag first time in this round.
Yep, he is. He's really like a leader. He takes all the bullets, so that's very good. And yeah, like Austria doesn't have a tanker again, so it's definitely something with the tactics, or they just don't want to play with the tank. It's one of the two. We see Hisoka in the first floor on a building.
Yeah, this is an
you
interesting place to stay on, because you are not able to capture the flag all the way from the second floor, or first floor, however you count it. And yeah, so you need to be on the ground floor to actually be on the flag, so it definitely could work for the squad leader to work as a spawn point, but I'm not too sure if that's any tactical advantage to get the other type of soldiers in on there.
Well, they don't expect you there. Like, if you saw, he was looking at the bottom of the building, and Hisoka went to the top, so he just killed him, since he didn't expect it. But as we see, Adastra taking out Hisoka, but get taken out himself.
So now France in the total control of the flag, and Beningro is close by.
Yeah, France really has to get this point now, and they do. They do. So now Austria has to push back to the next objective, which is a bit back. Oh, he could kill the tank.
Nice.
He can kill the tank now. Oh, it's just behind the. That was dangerous from AB.
Sky is just missing all his shot there. Could have gotten a second kill, but unfortunately no.
He gets 130 damage on them, so that's good, I would say.
Especially this sector is a bit different than we're used to on Amiens normally, so there's this new corridor that works a bit differently than in the vanilla maps, I would say. That's definitely one of the main changes.
And also to the right, if you go to the right, there is also this new heli system right here. Yeah.
Yeah, yes.
It's also very important for the flanks. So, but we see France really pushing 5 guys on the flag at the moment.
At the moment it's Austria with the flank. That was stopped by Hisoka too, but...
Nice soundboard.
It seems like France will be taking the possession of the flag. Yes, they did.
They do, and I think Hisoka will revive the other two guys on the flag. Yes, he will.
Indeed, so they will also not need to be spawning all the way from their space or base. So yeah, 4 guys of France on the flag and no sign too much from the Austrians except now. So we'll see.
I think
seems like another point.
They'd better just push back and take positions. It's already too late. He really needs to move back. There's no point in staying here. You see, we're now going to the last point. So if France gets this point, we switch to the other half. Or if Austria holds it for another 8 minutes, or like 17 kills, depends on the revives, Austria will hold them at 2 points. So let's hope something happens, because otherwise it's going to be a drive. Otherwise it's going to be a draw. Okay, we see AB and Azok pushing the right side of the flag. Azok is the raid leader. No, he's not. Who is the raid leader? Oh, Rising. My bad.
Yeah, Rising NCT is the raid leader for the France side.
Yeah, we see both teams are using raid leaders and not control leaders. So that shows you what their interest is. I think it is much better or much easier to push with the raid leader in comparison to the control leader.
Indeed.
But like the control leader says, he can control more, which is obvious.
Yeah, who would have thought that the names actually would mean anything?
Yeah, who would have thought?
Yeah, France again quite strongly on the flag, no Austrian presence here at all. It seems like they will be getting the 3rd point also.
Yes, France got the 3rd point. I thought it would be a little bit closer, like the last point, but I guess France got the good push, the good flanks, so they really, it seems like they practice on this map. Good. Oh man, look at the KD, like the kills and deaths. France got 51 kills and 14 deaths, and 16 revives. Well, that is, yeah, that's how you win a game. That's how you win a game.
Indeed. So now I think it's most likely going to happen that the glitch that we said about earlier. So how the glitch actually is, that is after you would capture the first flag on the next half, the game would basically end there, and it would say that France won, and it wouldn't even give Austria any possibility to go and capture more than one flag. So I'm quite sure that the teams might be restarting the server and basically starting the half or the second half as a new match. But we'll see.
We will see indeed.
Benningro asking in the chat. Anyone has any tips for him to get better?
That's a good response. That's how you should respond to that. Oh. Oh my god. Okay, so we're starting in 15 seconds. Oh, I see that Austria is with 4.
Yeah, so I'm quite sure that we'll be restarting the map to avoid the glitch.
Oh, okay, sorry. That I didn't understand. Okay. Well, that's smart. But it will take another 5 minutes.
Yeah, it will be probably taking a while, but meanwhile you can be looking into the Division trailer.
Ooh, nice kill.
Nice job.
Oh my
That is a
god.
double kill here. Oh, triple by Krifax here. Wow.
And he just keeps going. woken up here. Takes out this bomb beacon, gets the kill.
So, hello everyone, welcome back. We're now going to start the second half of Amiens. Well, we left the game out of precaution with the Amiens bug, so now France will be defending, and we don't have any bug whenever the first flag is captured. Or let's hope we don't.
Let's hope definitely that we won't be getting any bugs, but we shouldn't be getting anything. Anyway, so just to recap, the first half of the Amiens round was 3-0 for France, and now the Austria has the option to get the 3-0 for themselves and claim it to be a draw on Amiens map. Or if they fail to do that, then it will be won by France.
We see ChaosZake really pushing the Overwatch. I don't think Austria will expect him over here. No, they don't. Let's see what happens. Will he get the kill? One. He knows there's a second. Oh, he doesn't.
Ooh. Factory got it with the tank right next to
Oh, nice. I didn't see what happened. Okay, so there's only two guys left from Austria on the left side. And you see France is really pushing the spots. The guy on the right, I think that is ChaosZake still. Fuck, man. Stop bullying Peningo, man. It's not fair. Okay, we see ChaosZake really doing work. Oh, there's one behind him. He didn't see him.
Notice him, so got killed by it because of it.
And he's
Well, I don't know if he would have been able to see him, no, but...
No, I don't think so. But he revived the player killed, so nothing really happened. He is laying down with the Ruby rolls.
So yeah, definitely in the incursions it might be more crucial to camp the enemy parties, so to say, in some situations, just like Octopus Sky was doing there. So he knows that his enemy, who was just killed there, he will be waiting for the possible revive and...
Yeah, indeed, but he doesn't have to camp. He needs to push, but the guys, the defending team, like, it's just camping in a sense. But of course, like, you couldn't say this is camping. Like, this is more defending, even though I also classify it as camping. But it is for a reason. Like, DICE made this game. There's a nice double kill.
Is it gonna be a triple? Oh.
We'll see. He's almost dead. Or what is he? Oh, they got revived. That's interesting. That's good.
That was one of the cool guys. Don't look at the explosions from ChaosZake, and he didn't get the kill or hit with the grenade, unfortunately, though.
Let me patch your wounds.
Well, we see Hisoka. Will he revive both teammates? He got one, he got two. That's a good medic. That's what he needs to do. And he gets the kill. That's a good team play. We see Austria. Yeah. This is what I said about like the limited entrances. Yeah. Caught laying down.
So
but this is what I
we
meant.
should spectate more Beningro. Right, there we go. He's using the M7L and fails to get the kill, unfortunately. Yeah, the river rolls, if you can use the bipod on it, it definitely is a death machine, and really few weapons in the incursions can actually outgun it in this kind of a range, especially if the Ripper Rolls is using the bipod.
Only if he gets headshots, of course.
Yeah.
Then it will be not a guy that wins, but either way, like, oh, that was a nice kill. I didn't even see.
That was kind of a guess that maybe his teammates told him that there's an enemy by the doors, and he just took the shot and actually got it.
Well, AB is really helping the team. Got 2 kills. Let's see, there's a mortar on his left. I don't know if he notices. The mortar is very annoying on this map. Let's see what he does about it. Just gonna stand still. It's not. And we see, yeah, Austria is wiped, almost wiped again. It's the same guy that is alive, the support guy. The rest is pushing again from their spawn. France is doing a great job, that has to be said.
Yes, they're technically only once led the Austrian team all the way to the flag, but after that, Austria has had really trouble to reach the flag.
Yeah, and they need to push from the right side. The tank is over there, so I think they need to push with the support guy. So the support guy puts out mortars on the tank, and then they can push, like a coordinated push. You see, this is the moment that they should push, but they don't.
So yeah, the mortar is definitely making the tank move all the way for Austria.
Takes too long.
Yeah, but
It takes. Yeah, and everyone is dead. Yeah, I think they should.
Not able to capitalize out of that tank position change.
I don't think there's like enough communication between the mortar guy and the rest of the team, or they don't know they can flank around. That's also a possibility. Yeah, they should have pushed, and they should use smoke. I don't really see any smoke being used. When they don't use smoke, I don't see the possibilities of them getting this flag. We see Peningro again on the right side with his sweeper. You know what's very interesting about the AT? He has like the second perk. If you throw an AT, it also an incendiary grenade or something. Like it explodes.
Indeed, yeah.
You would say that's also only for tanks. It does a lot of damage though, but it can also be used to like clear out buildings if the tank is like dead or something. So that's very useful of the AT.
So 8 tickets left for Austria to try to get the flag, and that technically would allow them to do 2 more pushes for the flag as a whole team. But yeah, we'll see.
France is really well spread out. They have 2 guys almost in their spawn. ChaosZake just took out 1. The other one just won the battle against Hisoka, the medic. But he has 9 health. He's regenning now. But 5 more tickets and 40 seconds. I just saw the timer. I think France will win this. Oh, that was close. ChaosZake with 1 health, I guess.
Yeah, so 20 seconds left, and we don't really see any Austrian players even close to the flag, so it's quite safe at this point to say that France will be winning the second map of the match with a 3-0.
Can we all go and visit Peningro's camping site now? He just got the barbecue going.
Right.
Oh, wow. Okay,
there
that was a very good game. Very
Indeed.
strong France. They started off slow on Giants, but they really picked it up as long as the match went on. So very strong. We see the kill-death ratio again, 34-11 for France and 23-27. Only 7 revives this game, or only, that's still a lot. We see some good scores. We see AB with 4 kills and 0 deaths, so that's a good play for the tanker.
Indeed.
Raid leader getting a lot of assists, that's how it's supposed to be. And we see some less better scores, but I think that's also due to the fact that they don't have a tank to push with. So if Austria had a tank, they might have been able to push a bit more.
Yeah, I don't know if that was the main problem with the Austrian side, that they didn't use the vehicle operator classes at all in either of the maps. But yeah, based on the results that we see, it could be said that that was definitely one of their downsides on their team.
Yeah, and also coordinated pushes. That's also something they lacked.
Yes.
But what I saw in the defense, when France got the first flag, they pushed on the second flag. They pushed all together from one angle, and the tank just pushed up front, took all the bullets. And the infantry went behind it and took the point in 10 seconds. So I think that tank really made the difference for France. The tank really dominated, and I think it's very hard because I also played 8D Assault in one comp game, so not a lot of experience, but it's very hard to get to the tank when there's a lot of infantry around it. So that's where the mortar guy comes in, but they didn't really use him with the push, so that's something they have to work on.
Indeed. So this was pretty much the match and stream for today. And about what's happening for the rest of the weekend, we'll be having a match next Sunday, or this Sunday.
This Sunday.
This Sunday, not next Sunday. I don't know what we'll be having next Sunday, but this
Probably
Sunday we'll be seeing United Kingdom versus Germany, also in a Incursions international friendly match. And that would be starting at 8 p.m. BST, so UK time. So technically the same time as this specific match started also.
And I want to give a shout out to the 2 new followers, Geek Rom 94 and Emre, and some KRKLC. I hope I said both. Thanks for following, guys. Thanks for following.
So yeah,
okay, so
I think we would like to be also mentioning at this point that definitely do go and check out the bfnations.com/divisions website if you have not done that yet, and register your team for the upcoming Divisions tournament, which will be starting, or the seed tournament side of it will be starting next weekend, I think. And yeah.
It starts April May the 4th till 13th.
Like
Yes, May the 4th. So next Friday, the seeding games will start, and the divisions timeline. So when does the division start? That is the May the 14th till July the 1st. So that's when the divisions are played. There is a 500 prize pool for every platform, EU and NA. So both NA gets 500 and EU is a 500 prize pool. That's the only 2 regions. BFN is organizing these divisions at the moment. Are you looking to get more, or have you any other insight in this, Chaos?
Well,
later. Perhaps?
Of course, we would be wanting to get it out for everyone, but there's of course some technical limitations that we need to take in account also. So, well, for this specific season, it will be only Europe and North America. But maybe for the next season, we'll be increasing the other regions there too. But we'll see. Nothing is written in stone at this point.
Let's hope it happens. Let's hope we can get a lot of a big community playing together and playing tournaments, of course, because that's what we all want to see and play for some people.
Indeed. So yeah, I think it's about time to wrap up the stream itself. So my name was ChaosZake, and with me I had Boss Lawrence.
Boss. Okay, and thank you for watching, and have a great evening, guys, and maybe see you on Sunday. See ya.
Yep, catch you on Sunday.
Ooh, nice kill.
Nice job.
Oh my
That is a
god.
double kill here. Oh, triple by Crifax there. Wow.
And he just keeps going. job, Imperial. They have woken up here. Takes out this bomb beacon, gets the kill.